I just had a sales and leadership boot camp with 400 entrepreneurs at Huntington Beach, California, the past weekend. And I spent a few hours teaching guys how to persuade, how to handle objections, and learning how to read financial statement, how to increase their revenue, gross revenue, and ultimately net income. It was a phenomenal one-day event. During dinner, I had a talk with a few of my guys, and I was spending some time to mentoring a few of my guys in my company. And one of the guys brought up something that was, very interesting. And he said, one of the leader that's in his organization he's trying to lead, started to become arrogant, started to become, all about herself. And what does he need to do to lead this person the right way and get this leader to become more organization focused, to become more team focused, to become a team player? That was the little concern he had. The first thing I said to this particular leader who brought up this concern was, I asked him, did you ever expressed what you shared with me with the leader you were trying to lead? And he said, no, not yet. I said, why? And he's like staring at me. He didn't really respond. And I continued with that statement. I said, you know why you never spoke to this person? It's because you are so afraid to lose her. And he's like looking at me and wanting to find out more information what I'm trying to say, right? And I figured I want to do a video because of that particular scenario. One of my managers asked me on this particular concern, and I think this concern is not just, something that relates to his experience. I think if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a sales manager, if you're a sales leader, if you are a boss running a restaurant business, if you are a solopreneur running a mid-sized company that has like 20, 30 people, if you are running a video crew where you want to become an influencer on social media, you have a bunch of guys working with you. I think everybody has to go through what this gentleman asked me over the weekend, right? And here's one thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna share with you guys on this particular video regarding leadership. To me, you can't ever become a great leader unless you have choices. I'm gonna explain further what I mean by that. I'm gonna give you one more statement, and I want you to write down the statement right now. And this statement is this: if you need me, you can't lead me. You see, many leaders, many people, they are so afraid to lose people, right? The reason why they're so afraid to lose someone in their company, whether it's sales, whether one of your employee, whether one of your video guy, whether one of your social media executive, is because you have no choices. You are solely depending everything on that one person. And one thing that I have learned over the years is I learned how to work with multiple. I want to create an environment where the best man and woman who add the most value, who show up the earliest, who's more capable, who's more available, who's more coachable, those are the people I eventually keep them close to me. But I can tell you many years ago, earlier on my career, I didn't do that. When I hire somebody, I like them, I see potential in them, but then I stop at that particular stage where I'm focusing and depending everything on that particular one or two people. Doesn't matter which area, right? And here's the thing, when that person quits, you have no other people to fall back on. So you're always in a vulnerable situation where you're always depending on people. Now, what does it have to do with all of you listening to my message today? It has everything to do with your success if you want to build a gigantic company's business or whatever you're trying to do, right? If you need me, you can't lead me. Meaning, if the leaders in your organization, the employees that's working in your company, if they know you have no other option, no other choices, you can't lead them anymore, right? It's like somebody who's constantly afraid to lose his girlfriend. Just think about that. I'm gonna tell you, this guy can't keep his girlfriend because he has no other choices. He has no other options in life, right? But in the business world, you gotta get to a level where you develop multiples. I have multiple accountants. That means my accountants that's working for me on my taxes, they know, if they don't do a good job, if they don't turn my tax on time, if they don't do it accurately, I can let them go easily. I care for them, but I don't desperately need them, right? I mean, I got, video crew in my company right now is doing all these videos for me. They also know I care for them, I love them, but at the same time, I'm not gonna depend on one or two people to scale my social media influence, right? In my sales organization over the years, I learned how to develop so many different sales leaders, and I have developed some very top-notch company executives who can literally replace me if I'm no longer here. So the key is that you got to work with multiple people, and when you get to that level, you're gonna gain respect. Because if your guys know that you sit at home and you don't do nothing, and you're just depending on them to make you all the money, guess what? They eventually are not gonna follow you, right? So sometimes the reason why you are not daring to say something to the people you're leading is because you are afraid to lose them. And you are afraid to lose them is because yourself is not working hard. Yourself is not working wide. Yourself is not working deep. You are not building your company based on bricks. You're building your company based on sands. So let me wrap up this. You can't ever become a great leader unless you have choices. You can't ever become a great leader unless you have multiple outlets. You can't become a great leader if you desperately depending or need that one person to make money for you. And I hope my message today give all entrepreneurs, leaders who are learning to become a great leader, this one specific strategy. If you understand what I'm saying today, start to develop more people in your organization, whatever you're trying to do. All right, I don't care if it's sales, I don't care if it's restaurant business, I don't care if it's selling cars, you have a car shop, you're developing a lot of salespeople that want to sell more cars in your organization, or whatever you're trying to do. The bottom line is that, look, you got to create competition, healthy competition in your organizations. Let the people who's the hungriest, the most humble, the most coachable, the most company driven, let those people become a shining star in your company. But it takes you yourself to go out there and build with and build depth. All right, JW here. As always, I love your comments, I love your shares, and if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, go ahead, click the link below and subscribe it, and I'll see you next time. Take care. JW here. If you like my content, comment below and download my JW Just Win app. See you next time.